Okay, here's the assignment. So what is a SWOT analysis? It's identifying the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats of the restaurant that you can use to plan your business strategy. Okay, so this is, in essence, just a pretty good look at the global picture of your restaurant. So let's go into this. The format before you think this is going to be a big paper, it's not. It's a one-page piece, and there is a grid that you'll go into, and here it is. Here's the grid. You see in the top left, you have strengths, top right, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, this is a sample, a very basic sample of a restaurant SWOT analysis. Good location, good customer reviews, local staff, created community feel, seasonal menu, locally sourced. So I want you to go through this for yours, all right? I have supplied you with a template that you can use, and I've also supplied you with an example of a Japanese restaurant, and this was based on an analysis that I had done quite a while ago, back in the 90s, for a Japanese restaurant that was associated with Grand Casino Biloxi. So these files are in your assignment area. So if you go in there, and if you have any problems pulling them up, please let me know, as always. So here's, this is an example SWOT format. And again, the template is available in your assignment folders. So here it is. The strengths, first thing that's usually mentioned in the SWOT analysis. And by the way, you guys know I hate reading off of PowerPoints, but in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's short. The SWOT analysis, the strengths of your restaurant and the business that are a result of internal factors. These are the advantages your business has over other restaurants and give you an edge. While writing down the strengths in your SWOT analysis, list down all the positive attributes of your restaurant. These are the factors that would help you generate revenue. Now, for instance, these can be innovative menu items that are unique to your restaurant, or perhaps a location that gets you a high foot traffic. You can use a restaurant POS system to ensure that you make maximum profits. Now, you don't have to go through the POS system. If some of you have access to it, that's great, but it's not required in this. I just want you to know what goes into these SWOT analysis. Okay. Now, weaknesses. No matter how well equipped you are to open a restaurant, you're bound to have a few weaknesses that are inherent to your business. Instead of living in denial, it's better to identify and work to improve them. SWOT analysis comes in handy in these situations. Your weaknesses are areas where you are at a disadvantage, have something missing, or is costing you undue money and making you lose out on profits. This could be anything from having an inexperienced staff to having a limited marketing budget. Even if the weaknesses are not in your control, you can instead work to compensate for them. So again, let's say this is your view from an outside on this particular assignment. I want you to spend some time thinking about it and thinking like you're going to present this to a management team, okay? And what are these weaknesses that you perceive, okay? You don't have access in most cases to the financials or the marketing budget or anything like that, and that's okay. But just give me your view. Okay, opportunities are the areas where you see real potential in the restaurant business and can drive more profits. You can identify the opportunities by looking at the actual possibilities that it can increase restaurant sales. These could be possible trends that you can catch on early and harness them to attract customers. For instance, there could be an upcoming shopping complex near your restaurant that would further get high walk-in traffic. Okay? Threats are those external factors that can potentially hamper your restaurant business. You generally do not have control over these factors. However, they must still be very much included in your plan as they prepare for your unforeseen circumstances. There is a risk involved in all types of businesses, And the same is the case with restaurants. Hence, you should try to identify the factors that are posing a threat to your business. The most common risks in the restaurant business is competition in the market. There can be other possible threats as well, such as the rise in price of raw materials or an increase in your property rent. And again, some of these things you're not going to know, but you will know certain threats in the area. Okay? Now, here's an example, and I have included this in a PDF. This is the example of an actual restaurant called Chopsticks, and it was on in Biloxi, at Grand Casino Biloxi. So take a look at that PDF that is included here. And notice that I've put internal and external as well as helpful and harmful headings. These can assist you in directing your thoughts in these areas for each box. And like I said, I've attached this in a separate file. So here's the deliverables on this particular assignment. Now I've made it, kind of a production here to get this to you, but all I'm really looking for is a grid. And I've attached a sample template for this. I want you to provide a written or a video narrative, however you want. Which gives the summary of the restaurant you selected and the reasoning behind each portion of the SWOT analysis. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.